Yo, what's up, yo? This is Killer Priest, and I'm representing right now for Kofi Universe. That universe is the universe you should be in.
Hot take that's not such a hot take. I have that Clipse album winning album of the year at the Grammys.
Album of the year or rap album of the year?
What, rap album, something. Rap album, one of them.
Yeah,
not album with Taylor Swift and all that. I'm talking about rap album.
Yeah.
That Clipse album, Clipse album is winning album of the year.
I don't know
and
that.
This podcast,
go against Kendrick. It got to go against GNX.
I wouldn't give a fuck who it got to go against. I wouldn't give a fuck who it got to go against. They done showered Kendrick with enough shit.
You might be right.
By the time we get to next year,
the moving they doing,
the Kendrick show should be over. Should be. We done gave him everything already.
Yeah.
We did GNX. We got it. This album, I think, continues this podcast's run of hosting the rap album of the year winners with Killer Mike and who won last year? We had him up here too. Whoever won last year,
Doechii last year.
Yeah, this we will continue our streak of having the award winners up here. That Clipse album.
YouTube, salute. So Joe Budden says the Clipse, Let God Sort 'Em Out, is going to win Rap Album of the Year at the Grammys February 2026 over Kendrick Lamar's GNX. If you're new to my channel, thumbs up the video, hit that sub button, click that bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. So Kendrick, his album GNX came out late November 2024. So it wasn't able to be in the nominations for the 2025 Grammys, but this upcoming Grammys, it will be in the nomination for every category. You know, Rap Album of the Year, Album of the Year, his singles, Luther, you know, his other singles that he released, Mustard, all those singles, whatever, Squabble Up, all those have a chance. But let's stick to Rap Album of the Year so far. I mean, so many albums came out this year so far. We had Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist, Alfredo 2. That's a nice project. You know, I like the production. I love the production. Freddie, don't get me wrong, he delivers, but it wasn't enough versatility for me. You know, I'm not disrespecting him. It's just I needed a little bit more. It's still a good album. I just needed a little bit more. Raekwon, The Emperor's New Clothes. It's a cool album. It ain't the best, but it's a cool album, whatever. You know, there's mixed reviews on Raekwon, but as far as his album, but it is what it is. You know, you got other albums like 2 Chainz and Larry June, Wrong Streets, and Conductor. I highly doubt they're gonna probably even win the Grammys, but they're good albums. You know, but if you think about GNX and if you think about, Let God Sort 'Em Out, they're two different albums. GNX is more of that, has that West Coast type of vibe, buzz. You know, Kendrick went to go get, West Coast underground artists on his album. You know, he got him on the album, whatever, which was dope. You know, of course, he got SZA on 2 tracks, which was a great thing. You know, Man at the Garden, I love that track right there. You know, he got songs for the radio. You know, he got tracks for the club. He got tracks so that everybody can dance to. You know, you can have at a day party. You can have, doesn't matter. You could play at a football, basketball, baseball game as far as like the warm-ups or halftime or even like intermission. So, yeah, Kendrick got that. The Clipse got some tracks on the album that can compete as far as like playing songs, at halftime at a sporting event. You also got Clipse. They get very personal. You know, the first track, The Birds Don't Sing. I love that track with John Legend. You got Stevie Wonder at the end. You know, they opening up about their parents, their last conversations with their parents. That was beautiful. You know, you have So Be It. That track is bananas right there. You know, they got other tracks. They get very personal with The Dream. Somewhat singing on the hook, but for like Pharrell's taking over. You know, they have other tracks they open up towards the end. You know, they got the somewhat coke raps that people love to hear, but also you have Malice. Malice finally coming back after what, 15, 16 years? So you got Malice coming back, and Malice is talking about his transition from leaving the rap game going to, take on his path, his religious path, and stepping back into the rap game and being honest of what was going on. And you see, Malice is not even cussing on the album like that, and I love that. I love that. Malice is being straight, transparent of everything he's talking about. Push, Push is showing another level that people think he didn't have. Not just the double entendres, but just his his vocals, like showing respects to Mace, showing respects to Guru, showing respects to Biggie. I'm like, damn, Push is doing it. And he always, never disappoints. But as far as rap album of the year, who would I give it to at the Grammys? I mean, Kendrick is gonna probably win Song of the Year, maybe with Luther featuring SZA. He might win the overall album of the year. He might win that. And if he wins that, that's cool. But I believe Clipse should win rap album of the year. I would love for them to win rap album of the year. They deserve to win rap album of the year, not because we're feeling sorry for them. They earned that spot. In 2022, Pusha T didn't win rap album of the year for It's Almost Dry. He was nominated, but he was close enough because Kendrick beat him, Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers. And Kendrick is always racking up Grammys. He's always racking up billboards, BET Awards, so on and so forth. But I would love to see the Clipse take this home. I felt like, it took them, a year and a half, 16, 17 months to make this album. They thoroughly craft the album out. They didn't rush it. They made sure that the production was top notch by Pharrell. They made sure the features were great. You got Stove God on there. You got Nas. You got Tyler the Creator. You like I said, Stevie Wonder. Look at that. You got Ab Liva. So the features are right. Kendrick got great features. Don't get me wrong. He got great stuff he talked about on his album. Two different type of albums, but great albums that you can appreciate. They're going to be pro Kendrick fans thinking, nah, G and Next should win. And they're going to be pro Clipse fans thinking, nah, give it to the Clipse. Me being fair, I believe Kendrick should get the album of the year, but Clipse should get rap album of the year. Post your comments below. Hope smash Black Panther the like button, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new content and go live. You want to support, donate to the channel, I have Patreon, patreon.com/KofiUniverse.